guys, it's Bianca and welcome back to my channel. Apologies for the echo, I am in my bathroom right now. Today I'm going to be filming a Skinny Tan review and kind of application video. So I am in a bikini, so no need to worry, we are not rated 18 today. So basically today I'm just going to be showing you how I apply this Skinny Tan cream. I'll show you in a second. This is the tan I'm going to be talking about today. This is their Gradual Tanner. So I believe they have like a lot of tanning products. They have like a mousse, a shimmer oil, a pre-skinny tan application kind of thing. So basically I'm just going to talk you through how I prep for a tan. So I am by no means a professional. I think I've self-tanned like 5 times in my life. And not all of them have been 100% successful. The only times they have been 80%, 90% really good is layering it twice, and I'll get to that in a second. But basically what you should do is that you need to make sure that your skin is absolutely clean. Like no dead skin, no dry skin, that kind of thing, because tan tends to cling to dryness and patchiness areas on your skin. So the drier parts of your body are your feet generally, your knees, your elbows, that kind of thing. All the places where you have thicker skin and it's also quite bony, that's where the tan tends to stick. So you want to make sure that those areas are moisturized, and also you want to make sure that you exfoliate your body beforehand, head to toe, wherever you're applying the tan, so that you have an even amount of coverage, an even amount of tan, so you don't look like a patchy person. So I'm just going to take a small amount of a Body Shop moisturizer. This is just going to help with the dry areas that I mentioned. So I'm only going to take like a tiny amount of the body cream. I don't want to saturate the area too much, or else it's just not going to bind to the skin. So you want to keep the area like you don't want to have your body dripping in moisturizer. I don't typically moisturize beforehand because whatever soaps or whatever stuff I'm using on my body, I make sure that I have like a moisturizing soap or a moisturizing scrub. So a nice scrub that I like to use before I tan is the Kiki Volcanic Gold Body Exfoliator. This is really nice for pre-tanning, I find. Quite expensive, it was gifted, so that's why I'm using it, but any old exfoliator will do. Okay, so let's just speak about where you can get Skinny Tan, all that kind of thing. So you can get Skinny Tan from Clicks and Discam. I also believe they have an online shop. If you want a discount code, Sailor Dean has one, so you can go and check out her channel. I believe it's inactive at the moment, but if you go on Instagram, all of her discount codes are on her Instagram. I paid 200 and I think it was 249 Rand for this, which is kind of pricey. I'm not quite used to that price range. The other one that I like to use is my Caribbean Tan Bronzing Mousse, but the pump is broken, and I really did want to experiment with this tan. So let's speak about just give like a mini review, beforehand. I have used this once before, and the color was very different to what I've experienced before. So in a sense where it was very yellow undertone, so if you're yellow undertone like me, this will probably work for you. If you are more of a pink or olive, I would definitely recommend going for a neutral undertone tan. I believe the Caribbean tan is neutral, it's more like an olive. This is kind of yellow, in my opinion, so none of my foundations quite matched, even though I am naturally yellow tone. Very yellow. Okay, so this is the Gradual Tanner. It says that you can apply daily to face and body to moisturize and add a healthy tan glow. Leave for a minimum of 5 hours to develop, or preferably overnight before showering. Use daily to build your tan into a desired shade. So apparently you can get 4 to 6 full body applications per tube, which is okay. That just means, I don't know, if you're consecutively tanning every 4 to 6 weeks, you can only use it 6 times before buying another one. So in a sense, you'd kind of be buying one of these every 1.5 months, which is okay. I don't mind paying this amount because I literally only tan once a month. But yeah, let's go ahead and talk about the rest of the stuff. So it comes in a squeezy tube and it smells divine. It doesn't smell like self-tan. That's the one thing I hate about self-tan, is that it is one of the most pungent smelling kind of smells I've ever experienced in my life. But this actually smells quite decent and it's quite nice. The thing that threw me off though is that it's extremely thick consistency. Oh, okay, it is an extremely thick consistency when you lather it over your body, so that's kind of what it looks like. I'm just gonna pop some on my mitt. Just give me a second. I like to use mitts so that you don't have any chance of your hands going orange. So I'm just gonna pop this on the mitt. This mitt is from Caribbean Tan. I paid like 15 rand for this. The mitts that the Skinny Tan has is like literally 150 rand, and I wasn't paying that. So this is what it looks like on the mitt. This decolors the mitt for some reason. I don't know if it's something in the tans that is decoloring this mitt. Kind of freaks me out, but anyway, this is what the texture looks like. It is a whitish cream color, and I'm just going to show you how I apply it now, guys. I'm not going to be showing you my tummy and ass vagina region because I don't want any pervs on my channel, and also I'm on my period right now and I'm the size of a whale from bloating, and I don't want to subject you guys to that. Okay, so let's get started. So I'm just going to take that amount and apply it to my body. As you can see, it kind of goes like a creamy white kind of thing, and it spreads a lot more than I would have expected. But also just try to evenly distribute the color because you don't want to have uneven tan. So I go over and over and over and over again until the whiteness of the cream subsides and you feel all over your body like you've just put lotion on. So again, I'm just scrubbing everywhere, making sure that I get everywhere absolutely even. Also on my elbows as well, you can't forget your elbows, but I like to start on the top and this section here first before I go on to my elbow, so that I don't get that orangey kind of thing. Then I like to take just a little more, and then we're going to use this for the underside of my arm. Let me just lower you guys. Down you go. Bye. Okay, so I'm just going to do the lower, this part here. I also like to lift up my arm, and it's best to do it in a mirror so you can kind of see what you're doing. There's nothing worse than, you know, not being able to see what you're doing. And then I also like to take the excess on my hands and just place it. And then also, if you have jewelry, I would suggest taking it off, but I'm just too lazy and I always just hold time with my jewelry on. And then don't forget this part of the side of the hand. Don't put too much product on your hands because that's how it gets super orange super quickly. So always take the excess like right at the end when you finish with the product on your glove. That's when I would recommend going towards your hand region. But yeah, I'm just making sure that everything and all the whiteness has dispersed, so it's been properly like blended in with my skin. And like I said in the beginning, I typically like to do it twice. Watching myself in the mirror. I like to typically do it twice just so I can make sure that all of the areas I've covered, I know I've covered it twice. So I'm going to go ahead and take that amount for my chest. Now obviously if I wasn't filming I would be doing this topless so I can get my titties as well, but that's not the case today. And I'm also going to take the excess and putting it on the forbidden tummy area that I don't want you guys to see. And then I'm also going to bring some up to my neck, and I like to bring it up just like under my jawline there where my foundation can blend. There's no use stopping here because if you don't wear makeup you're going to have like a floating head. So if you blend it into the back of your ears, around your neck and into your hairline, that's when, you know, it will blend properly. Just taking some, blending it in with the shoulder, down by the tartars, and then again making sure that all the whiteness disappears. And then I'm just gonna swap hands. Like, this is what I mean by how creamy it is. Like, it is very creamy consistency. Just going to blend and blend. It's like foundation. Like, you just gotta blend it until, you know, it's blended. I will eventually do a review on the Caribbean Tan, but I haven't got there yet. I didn't think of doing one until you guys were like, do a tan review, and I was like, I don't know how. But anyway, Yeah, so I'm just doing my tummy. Oh, that is a nipple. Taking the excess, and also make sure that you get in by your collarbones, like all these ridges, because if you don't, then it's just flat and then you'll just have like a white patch. So just make sure that you get in all those ridges. If you're not wearing a bra, or if you are wearing a bra, make sure you get into that ridge between there so that, you know, it blends in with whatever you're wearing. And then also I would suggest, if you don't want to do like your lady bits and your bum and stuff, to wear a black or nude brown color kind of underwear so that you don't stain. So I'm just adding a little bit more to my tummy right now. I will lower you guys a little bit more because I feel like you can see this bit. Okay, well that's how low my camera will go. So just doing this bit of the tummy again, circular motions, making sure all these bits are covered. Like, guys, I'm so white. My bathroom light is like so harsh. I'm very pale, hence why I do these things. So as you can see, I'm just, and then you can even lift up to get that little bit of side boob if you do wear like bandos and stuff like that. So I'm just, again, circular motions, that kind of thing. I'm going to go ahead and do the other arm now. And it's best to like measure how much per blob you do per arm or per body part, just so that you know like how much you're using and you're not putting like 3 squirts in one arm and 2 squirts in the other arm. So just try and be as consistent as you can. Yeah, that's all I have to say. So as you can see, it goes like white, excuse my armpits, I need to wax again. If you guys haven't seen my waxing video, I will link it down below so you guys can go and see that. So as you can see, let's just do from side angles. I'm just rubbing and rubbing, and I think the more you rub, the more your stuff gets blended in. And I promise you, I didn't know this at first, and you know, I would just like put it wherever, and that's dangerous. I do know that they have another Skinny Tan, which is a tinted mousse, so you can see where you're putting a product, but that retails for nearly 400 Rand, and I can't justify spending 400 Rand on a tan. Sorry, not sorry Skinny Tan if you're watching this. I don't typically like to spend too much on tans because I don't do it often. I'd rather spend money on stuff that I do often, like makeup. So I'm just blending everything in, and then also when you guys are done with that, you should definitely sleep on a towel or something so that you don't stain your clothes and your bedding. So definitely wear like an old t-shirt or something like that. Okay, so that's the top half of me done. I'm going to try and film the back. I can't typically do my back because I can't see what I'm doing and I'm not that flexible. I'm trying to lift you up here. Yeah, I don't typically do my back very well because I'm not flexible, but if you can reach the back of your back, you're blessed, and you'll go very far in life. So again, I'll just take 2 blobs of what I'm using, and I think I can get more coverage with my back. So yeah, please watch me fail. Have fun. So I'm gonna go. This is the part that's vital when you're in a mirror, because you guys can see what you're doing. because it's all easy to like just, you know, do the section that you see straight up front, but definitely do the sides of your body as well. Okay, so I probably missed lots of spots, but when my mom gets home I'll ask her to help me. I'm just going to move you guys onto my legs and feet so that you guys see what I do. Okay, so now it's time for the legs. I typically like to do a lot more on my legs because for some reason my legs don't really tan that much, because my legs, I don't know what it is, but it's like it just doesn't look as even with my body, and I don't know what it is because I do 2 layers like all the rest of my body, so I'm not quite sure. So welcome to my toilet. So here is my leg and I'm just going to dot it so that all the product is evenly distributed, and then again we're going in the circular motions just to make sure that everywhere is covered. And then I like to do my knees last so that there's less product on that area. And then I also like to bring up like the thigh area, like underneath, close to like your bikini line, and then also a little bit of my bum. Obviously I would be doing this naked, so I would be getting all those areas quite easily. And then let's just do the legs. Guys, just let me know if you have any tips and tricks for me, for those of you who tan often, because I don't even know why I'm doing this video, but you guys requested it, so here we are. Just going to make sure that you rub until all the product is evenly distributed around. We'll get to the feet in a bit later because I still actually struggle with the feet. And then for the knees I like to cup it to get in all those ridges so that it's all even. Then for the feet I like to take whatever is left on the mitt and just like pat, just so that there's like a little bit of color on the feet. Here's a man, that big scratch. My boyfriend's kitten was demanding to be picked up over the weekend. So now the shitty things with my legs is that because I have such thick hair and I've been shaving for so long, I do have strawberry legs, so sometimes the product does seep into the pores of my legs, making it look a little bit dodgy. I don't know if that happens to everyone else. It definitely happens to me. I don't know how else to get rid of it, but like it's not bad. It only really shows after the hairs start poking through the pore. It's mostly common in this area where the hair is the thickest, but yeah, just take the excess and just pat with the excess. You don't want to make a designated glove and blob for the feet because it's just too much product, and the feet is a small area. So again, taking the same amount of product on the glove. Let's do the other leg. Just dot all the product around. Guys, I can't even explain to you how good it smells. Like, it smells really good. As you can see, it takes a little bit of work just to get that white color absorbed into the skin, because it is quite a thick consistency. Obviously if you have a mousse, it's literally like a foam. So yeah, and then again taking the excess product and just patting it in. Okay, those are the legs done. Okay, and then I'm just going to go ahead and do the second layer of the tan. The shit thing about this glove is that the leftover tan from the previous use sticks on, and then when you rub it, some of the old bits of the brown dried out tan do stick. Like, I don't know if you guys can see my arm. It looks like a bit, it's like the leftover tan is just sitting on top, and it's hard to wash the thing because the inside is polystyrene, and obviously plastic doesn't technically dry, and yeah, it just takes like a very, very long time to dry. And then sometimes if I want to use it, it still hasn't dried like a few days later. So I'm not sure how to like go about preventing that, because it's never happened to me before. Not as badly as with the cream. Like, a little bits happen with the mousse, but because the mousse is so watery, it just, like, you know, disappears. But because this is a cream, obviously a lot more of the product is built up on this. So that's the only downside to this. Other than that, it smells so divine. Like, I haven't, like, you know how some tans are like, it smells like a holiday. This smells like you're on the beach. So as you can see, I'm just going to go ahead and I'm not going to film it again doing the full body, but I'm just going to show you again with the arms, maybe if you were a bit confused. But I do eventually want to try out the Skinny Tan glove, because I feel like this is literally like, it's 15 rand for a reason. It's not amazing, it does the job, but I would like to see what a proper tanning mitt is supposed to be like. No shade to Caribbean, but yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do the rest of my body. You guys know obviously what the before was like, and then in the morning I will show you guys what it looks like. Then you guys can see for yourself how it develops. And yeah, so I will see you guys tomorrow morning. Hey guys, so I'm back. So apologies for the lighting. Like I said in the video yesterday, it does wash me out a lot, and it washes the color out quite a bit as well. But I'm hoping you guys can see the difference from my neck and my shoulders. It doesn't look that dark on camera, unfortunately, but in person, like, I'm a good 2 to 3 shades darker than what I usually am. So if I just show you my shoulders, this is what the tan looks like. I did miss a few spots on my wrist because I washed my hands after, and a bit of the water did splash back. That's the shit thing with the wrist, is that because it comes into contact with so much soap, hand sanitizer, that kind of thing, they don't really last on the wrists. But I'm not really concerned with that. So I'm gonna stand on my back so you guys can see the rest of my body and stuff. So, okay, you can't really see my legs, but this is my stomach. Yeah, it's quite brown as well. I really wish that the lighting wasn't so bad, but I will attach like a picture in the daylight so you guys can see what it looked like in daylight, because this lighting is very harsh. I do want to say though that eventually it does start to smell like fake tan, but that's more towards like before you're about to wash it off. It's not, it's like as soon as you put it on. Also, yeah, I have no patchiness. The only patchiness I do have is where it clung to my scarring that I had from when I was a kid. So typically scars are a lot more drier than the rest of your normal skin. So if you have any specific scars on your body, I would suggest moisturizing them a little bit. Other than that, I did miss a few spots on my back. My feet weren't looking too hot when I had first done it, but when you go into the shower and you just gently rub away the tan, they look moderately normal. My legs look fine, my thighs look fine. Like, it's just an overall, like, it's a good tan, I think. The color is quite nice as well. It is a very yellow undertoned kind of tan, but I hope you guys can see a difference. I know the footage isn't very forgiving because of the lighting. Unfortunately, I have to do this at night. yeah, I was supposed to do it this morning, but so that you guys could see the lighting, but I was a little bit late for work, so I couldn't really film for you guys. But I hope you guys are having an amazing day so far, and that you learned a little bit something new from a skinny tan and just tanning in general. One thing that I will also say is to make sure that you don't use any harsh scrubs on your skin, because then you're literally just going to scrub away your tan. Also, when you are drying yourself, make sure that you patch yourself dry and keep your skin moisturized, because tan tends to go patchy on dry skin. So just keep your skin moisturized and your tan will probably last a lot longer. Yeah, have a fantastic day, and I hope if you're tanning that it turns out amazing, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.